What's up, guys? We're here for Jobs Not Finished, episode 2. Today I got somebody very special training with me today. I'm sure you guys know him. He's been in my corner since 2015. He helped me get ready for my first show about 8 years ago. So he's somebody that I like to call family. Somebody that's been pretty much helping me throughout this whole journey, inside and outside the gym. I like to tell people all the time, you know, there's no nacho without Frap. So this is Eric Frapwell. If you guys don't know him.
What's up, guys?
So, yeah, Eric, tell about yourself, dude.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess as Nacho said, I've been coaching, at least him, for about 8 years. Been coaching in general for about 10. Really just have a passion for fitness and really just want to inspire people and educate people so that they can be the best versions of themselves. So today, Nacho and I are going to be doing legs. One of our favorite workouts to do. Is the hardest one for sure. So really it pays off having a partner because we need that mental push, that drive when we want to give up to get that extra rep or two in each set. So yeah, Nacho and I are going to show you kind of how we train, how we like to hit legs, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. So yeah, my journey started back in the end of my junior year of high school, so 2009. Basically just wanted to look better, to be honest. And once I started noticing that I could actually change how my physique looked, it encouraged me and inspired me to just keep going and see how far I could take it. So I basically dug deep into every basically article I could read, any literature that could help me benefit.
What? You read articles? What? People don't even know what
read articles or listen to audiobooks, but basically everything I've learned, I've just applied it to myself in the gym, and I've been able to apply it to other athletes and clients that, you know, just basically helps them get to the next level. And so my goal is to upgrade myself, upgrade everybody else.
Well, I got chills. I wish you could see it. Man, Eric means the world to me. Like I said, there's no Nacho without Frap, and I wouldn't be where I'm at without him. You know, he gave me an opportunity 8 years ago, so this never really talked about my journey. Might as well talk about it now. You know, I was 19, 20 years old, trying to get ready for my first bodybuilding show. Went around asking people pretty much for help. Although Eric denied me at first, but it's okay. You know, here's this kid, young 19 kid. Didn't know much. I just knew how to work hard, and I wanted to look a certain way, and you know, I had to ask certain people, and finally he said yes. He gave me a hell of a deal, and I haven't looked back ever since. That's something that's wrong with today's generation, and I talked about it in my previous video. You know, nobody asks for help, nobody asks for guidance, nobody asks for advice. Everybody's a guru now, which is not true. There's no credibility out there. For those who are doing content, for those who want to be known, you got to put the work first, and you got to have some type of credibility. Nobody has that now these days. Everybody's doing stuff without no work being done. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring winning back. We're trying to make winning great again. This is why I'm doing this. You know, I want to show you guys the journey to my first win, and it's taking me 8 years to get there. So that's something a lot of people aren't willing to do. It takes time. Nobody's patient. Everybody wants it now. Everybody wants instant gratification, not delayed gratification. So what we're trying to do here is we're going to show you guys pretty much how we train legs. Everybody likes to see the hack squat. You guys will see the hack squat today. That's why I'm a little bit more serious now, because like I've mentioned in my other video, you know, I'm already pretty much in. I'm already clocked in. So I'm in that dark place right now, and you guys are about to see the beast be unleashed. So I'm excited for this one. Can't wait for you guys to watch it. It's going to be a great one. All right, guys, as you guys see here, this is the first exercise. We're going to go ahead and do adductors. We're going to go ahead, we kind of use this exercise to kind of get warmed up, get mentally, even though we're already clocked in, but get the blood flowing. I believe if you're bodybuilding, a lot of people lack that inner thigh. So this is a good way to make sure we close the gap when we pose and we do like a front double bi. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and do a top set. We're going to do a 2 second stretch and then 2 second hold. And then following that, we're gonna go ahead and do a rest pause, the same tempo. So we're gonna go ahead and do, I believe on the first set we got what, 12? Roughly around 12. 10 to 12, and then about 6 to 8, and then maybe 4 to 6 reps. We're taking a 30-second break. So you can either take a 30-second break or 15 deep breaths, right? So that will be 2 sets. So we're still gonna keep the same weight, same tempo. This is gonna allow us to get, like I mentioned in my first video, heavy weight, but also volume. So getting the best of both worlds. So you asked me what gets me in the zone. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the workout, it's that dark place. You know, everybody's dark place is different. Whatever is your dark place, you got to make sure to clock in. You know, I've already been clocked in since I brought in here, but that dark place allows me to go that extra mile, allows me to put that extra effort and get that one more rep. Because you got to think of it like this too. We only got 6 exercises. We only have 12 sets to get better. That's not a lot. That's 12 sets times 4. That's what, 48? 48 sets in a month times 12, another 12 months. You don't have a lot of time to get better. When you think like that, it adds a certain level of urgency. So you see a lot of people do exercises, they'll do like 7 leg exercises, and then they lollygag. Why not cut it down in half, increase your intensity and effort, and I guarantee your execution is going to be a lot better, and you're going to make progress, and you're going to improve. So when you think like that and you break it down the numbers, you have no choice but to take it there. So that's what we do. That's why we're so tense. It's because we know in the back of our minds we don't have a lot. And when you want to win, and winning is everything, I mean, you have no choice but to clock the fuck in, you know?
You second?
Yeah, so what gets you in the zone? So like you mentioned, the dark place. So there's in particular one experience that I went through in life where a sibling of mine passed, that I can pull it back here, can put myself in that mindset, and it makes me want to just push and give everything I have. Because you realize that you don't have tomorrow, it's not promised. So you have to put every effort into whatever you're trying to do, or trying to be today. So when you find that spot, when you find that, and we don't talk about it a lot because it doesn't put you in a good, happy, place. You want to use it and you want to direct it at your goal. So that's where you see us on the hack squat especially. That's the one where, at least for me, I can really I get to that place and I'm just on the hack squat and nothing else fucking matters. It's just getting another rep up until I cannot do another one. So I don't know where I was going to go with this, but essentially it's not a pretty place to be, but it's a place you have to be if you want to make that progress. And like Nacho's saying, if you waste your time and you just kind of want to do every exercise you can for a certain body part, you're really not going to put much intention on the important stuff, right? So pick the exercises that are important for what you need, what your goal is, and just hammer the shit out. Get to that place, do what you need to do, push through where you want to stop. When you want to stop, do 2 to 5 more, and then you'll be successful.
Oh. Up. Come on. Come on. Yep.
So having competed before, yeah, I've competed twice. Once in 2019, and then again, my most recent was in 2021, November 2021. Classic physique, both times. So the pandemic didn't really make much difference for me. Actually, if anything, it helped propel me forward. I was able to have one of the most productive off seasons I've ever had. And it showed because when I weighed in for my first show, I weighed at like $190 and like some change, at 5'9" and a quarter or whatever. Then last year, I weighed in at 194 and some change, but I was leaner than I was the year before. So I put on probably a solid 6-7 pounds of muscle, which I'm very happy about. My physique looked completely different between the two shows. So it was really exciting. So I got third in the open class for my last show, which is, obviously not first, but my goal was just to destroy my physique from the 2019 show, which I did. So the whole day was amazing. I felt good the whole day. I got to celebrate afterwards, and all in all, it was just a big win for me. If you're thinking about doing a show, the experience is amazing. It's also very, very challenging, and it's challenging physically, as you could assume. You're doing all the cardio, you're training, just trying to live on low calories. But what you don't think about, most people don't know unless they've been through it, is it's more mentally challenging than anything. When you're low on calories and you've been pushing your body in the gym and outside, your brain doesn't want to work. Like, you start having foggy brain all day. Making decisions is difficult. Having conversations is difficult. You don't even want to honestly step out off the chair, off your couch. You just want to sit there for as long as possible, do the least amount of work possible, because your body is basically just in a state where it knows it can't survive much longer on this. And obviously that's a little bit of exaggeration, but it feels depleted and you feel tired. So I would always recommend that I recommend almost anybody, if you have the means to, and it's not gonna put you out anywhere else in your life, try to do a show if you have that in mind. It's a great experience. It will teach you a lot about yourself. Mentally, you'll find out if you have the fortitude to last through the whole prep. A lot of people will not last through a prep. And to be honest, my first 2 preps that I tried to do when I was 20, 21, or 19, 20, I pulled out 4 weeks out from my show and 8 weeks out. I don't need to go into detail about that, but it was basically, I just chose to do other life things. I moved out of my house at one, I bought a new car in another one, and I just financially didn't want to, put myself out. And mentally, I think I was just a little bit scared. So it took me until 2019 when I was, God, how old was I? 27, 28, somewhere in there, to actually finally do my first show. And my big inspiration for that was just to prove to myself that I could do it, because I essentially failed on my first 2 attempts. So I wanted to do it, or else I knew I would, basically regret it for the rest of my life if I didn't try it once. Then once I did that show, I knew I wanted to come in looking better. So, it was natural for me to want to do a second show. And I just compete mostly just to compete against myself. It's more so, one is experience of doing it. You get better and you do learn more about yourself and what you need going through that prep. But also it's just to, prove to myself that I can be better and I'm making progress, and what I'm doing in the gym is going to pay off towards my goals. So
That's it.
That's pretty good stuff. So, but the biggest thing, guys, what he said was failure, man. You gotta fail. No one wants to fail no more. I mean, shit, I got blown out my first NPC show. I lost my first INBA show, and I haven't competed in 4 years. So it's like, failing is, and I tried to compete twice. COVID stopped one, and then obviously the break that I took stopped the other one. So if you're not willing to fail, man, you're not gonna win. Like point blank. Like, yeah, everybody wants to win, but no one wants to fail, which makes no sense. So you just gotta learn how to fail. You gotta learn how to take those losses and take them in the chin and get back up and then keep going. So here we go. My love for the hack squat. Honestly, I hate that bitch. But she gives me the best love in return. You know what I mean? I mean, the satisfaction feeling that I get after that, it's unbeatable. Honestly, it's really where I believe it separates the men from the boys. You don't see a lot of people hack squatting correctly. I don't even know where I'm going with that, but honestly, the love and hate relationship I have with her, it's honestly the best. There's a reason why we do it. It's not easy. It's an ugly thing, but the reward, it's unbeatable, and that's why we do it, because we know at the end of the day, we got that shit done. So I'm excited for you guys to watch the intensity off of this one. I know you can't really see it on my stories that much, and we try to show it, but with this video, you're gonna be able to see balls to the wall, training, I don't know. If you're not 20 with a gym partner, is he really your gym partner?
All right, guys, the next exercise you're seeing is us doing hack squat. So for our top set on this one, we did a set of, basically we're going for 8 to 12, and we were doing a 3-second eccentric or a negative with a 1-second pause at the bottom, and then just shooting up as fast as possible. So like I said, top set of 8 to 12, and then we did a rest pause set after that we tried to shoot for about 20 total reps, 20 to 25. So I think we hit roughly about 10, 12 reps in the first set, rested 30 seconds. Our second set, we hit roughly 6 to 8, and then the last set, actually I don't think we hit that much. I think we were dying. So we probably hit 4 to 6, and then the last set, I think we hit 2 to 3. So we got around the 15, 20 rep range, a little bit low, but we went a little heavier than we usually do. So kind of sometimes good to test the waters on this exercise as well.
Eric, why do we use the bands?
Oh yeah, so you'll see we're using the reverse band on the hack squat. I strongly recommend this for most hack squats, just because the strength curve of the exercise, it's very heavy down the bottom, and then when you get past that sticking point about 3/4 to halfway up, you just kind of shoot up very easily. So you lose actually a lot of tension on the muscle. So what we're doing here is we're using bands, so it actually assists you a little bit at the bottom, so it kind of evens out that strength curve. So it's a little bit more tension or constant tension from the bottom to the top. Like I said, not all hack squats need this. This Body Masters that we use is an amazing machine, but it does need the band. I have a Cybex one at home that I think is phenomenal. We use a little band on that, but mostly has an already perfect strength curve to it. So it depends on the machine you're using, but strongly recommend it. It'll feel better on the knees, and your muscle will feel better, at least a stronger contraction throughout the whole range of motion.
Oh! Come on. No, one more. One more. Stop. I got you. Up. Come on. Good. Stop. Stop. Yep. Stop. Stop! Stop! What's it up? Stop! Shit. Stop! Yeah! Yep. One more. Last one. That's good. Stop! Good, last one. Stop! Come on, Notch. Damn it. Get up, bitch. Come on. Oh, shit. Fuck, man. Get up. Come on. Go. One more. I got one more here. Come on. Oh, damn. Shit. Oh, bitch, man. Last one. Last two. Come on. Yep. Oh, good. Oh, drive it. Come on. Damn. All right.
Testimonial. What do you think about Nacho and Frapwell and their workout ethic?
What I think about Nacho?
And Frapwell and their workout ethic.
The workout? Listen, man, his ethic is insane. It's something that we all strive for. It's crazy, man. His routine and everything, the intensity he's putting himself in. I mean, if you look at that guy right now, his head's down, he's sweating, he's a scary man. He lives up to his name, Nacho. I don't know what that means, but he lives up to it. Scary man.
Oh, the cool thing about Eric and I, obviously we're talking right now because, we're doing content. But when there's no camera, like Eric and I don't talk. Like we already know, I already know what his build-ups are. He knows what my build-ups are. He knows what my working set is. I know what his working set is. We just know. That's called chemistry. And the reason we've been able to have that is because of loyalty over the years, and that's something you don't see these days. So Eric has my loyalty, and I have his, and it just becomes chemistry. Like you don't even have to talk, you just already know. When you have somebody like that already, it just elevates your game. It allows you to level up. So that's why if you were to eliminate the talks that we're doing right now, honestly, there's no talking. I already know, he knows.
Yep.
No talking.
Yeah, it's more of intuition. You just kind of know, all right, I saw how he did on the last set. I know he's going to go up 2 plates on the next one. I don't have to question it. So we just start throwing plates out when we need it.
All right. Wait.
Chemistry-wise, Colby and Gasol.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so the third exercise you're seeing us do is leg press. We're doing this with more of a narrow, low stance, so it's kind of quad biased. Basically, this one we were just working up to one top set of 15 to 20 reps. So really, it's just an all-out set. You want to load it as much as possible to get 15 to 20 quality reps. And then basically once you hit that upper end of that range, the 20 rep range, you start to move up in weight, every weeks, each week after that. So basically, like I said, this one is just one set all out, just kind of finishing off the quads, doing another compound movement before we move on to some more isolation movements or single-legged movements.
Oh! 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 Damn, bro.
How much weight is this?
What's that, 11 on each side, 22 plates? I don't know, 22 times 45.
900. All right, 22. That's 22 plates times 40. So 22 times 45. What you add? Where'd you add the other one? Oh.
All right, guys, so the second last exercise that we did here is a leg extension superset with a split squat. We're doing unilateral movements, so we're focusing on single legs. We started out with the leg extension, try to get 12 to 15 reps, and then we supersetted with split squats, same thing. As you see us here, as we're getting tired, we will drop the weight. That way we don't stop completely, but we're finishing those 12 to 15 reps. So we'll start out with I think we started out with the 50 pounds, and then maybe like that 8th, 9th rep, we'll drop the weight and finish off the rest of the reps. So we finish the set. All right, guys, if you guys don't know who this is the man behind NASCAR. So, what made you want to start NASCAR?
What's that?
What made you want to start NASCAR?
That's a great question.
It was people that just believed in me. People believed in me and said, you need to do something like this. I said, okay. And my dad said, here you go. And that's what happened. This was always a dream of mine. Just never thought I'd ever do it. This was always an idea. Just never thought it would come into fruition. And the opportunity was there, so I took it.
And now it's become into this is my favorite gym. Yeah,
It's a culture in here.
Yeah, it's a different culture, man.
It's a culture in here, and Lord built the house, allowed Eric and I, athletes like us, train here to win. So it's giving us a platform and a place,
The culture I wanted to create is the same culture you would have in any sport, whether it's football, high school football. All the coaches have the same demeanor, the same meaning, the same desire for their athlete. So it's learning how to be self-respectful, having self-dignity. It's really about self-confidence, and it's the coach that sets the tone of the athletes. Even when I was in the Army, it's the drill sergeant that set the tone of the soldiers, and that's what I wanted to bring in here. Is you need to believe in yourself and your confidence. You need to have that belief that you could do something better today than you did yesterday. And there was always a coach that taught us that. That you work harder today, and they always had those perfect quotes. You work harder today than you did yesterday, and it prepares you for tomorrow. I wanted to take that here, and it's a training center to be the best you can be. The best you can be. If you want to be the best in the world, start working towards that goal. Eventually, you'll get somewhere better than you were yesterday. And it just opens up more opportunities. The harder you work, and the more opportunities you want to take on.
And you made that environment.
Each member did.
Yeah.
I just facilitated it. It's always been in everybody's, within somebody's, soul. It's been within someone's self-desire. They just never had a place to facilitate that. Or, a lot of times people see it on social media. People see these gyms, these incredible gyms down in Los Angeles, all these big cities. But I'm here. I'm here, and that's just what I wanted to create. The environment that people can actually strive for something to be better today than they were yesterday. It's here. It's here. It's the people that make it. And I just want to pull it out of each and every one of you and show you that you actually are are a phenomenal person. You are a phenomenal individual. You are better than you actually believe you are. I know it's within you. It's within all of us. So let's come here and let's train and discover it.
All right, so the last exercise you see us do is walking lunges, probably our least favorite exercise to do, and that's not why we added it at the end. Normally we try to throw in the middle, but basically this is just a good finisher for us. Really works, I mean, your whole thigh. So you're gonna feel your adductors, your quads, and the glutes, some in the ham a little bit, not so much the way we were doing them. But again, kind of like we did with the other single leg movements, when we start to fatigue, if we can't get any more reps with the weight, we'll drop the weight and just kind of finish out with body weight to make sure we get that 12 to 15 reps. Actually, I think we're doing 20 reps on lunges. But yeah, basically, it's one of those that we finish off with just because it's one of those we need to do to build our quads.
All right, guys, so that's episode 2 for you. That's our legendary leg day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys were able to pick some things up from there, whether you're trying to get into the sport or you're just trying to better yourself. Hopefully you learn a thing or two. And we want to thank you guys, honestly, for following us and being so supportive. We can't thank and be more grateful for the city of Bakersfield. We have a lot of love for you guys, and we're going to continue doing this because I know how exciting it is to see your hometown boys doing it. So we just want to say thank you, from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. And I don't know if you guys have anything else to say.
No, just the basic YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, things that help us be promoted. We appreciate it just because we want to be seen as well. Just help inspire and motivate everyone else. Outside of that, I guess if you guys have any questions too, leave them in the comments. We'll be on there to answer them and basically give you feedback or information if you have any questions on anything we're doing.
Stay tuned.